Morning students, welcome to offline classes for 10th standard. So as we are discussing the chapter called heredity and evolution. So in previous part 1 we have discussed about how the characteristics are going to transfer from the parents to offsprings we have discussed. So by these characteristics are transferred from parents to offsprings by through reproduction. So whereas in asexual reproduction, the characteristics whatever which is transferred, so we see number of variations when sexual reproduction takes place, whereas asexual reproduction, the variations which we see, it is less when compared to sexual reproduction. For this, what are the major reasons here to transfer? Who is responsible for transferring of these characteristics from parents to offspring? That is first studied by Gregor Johann Mendel, and he is called as the father of modern genetics, and he has conducted a number of experiments on pea plants. So what kind of experiments he has conducted, that we are going to discuss. Let's start. So that is, first he has selected what? He has selected for his experiment, that is what, garden pea plants. Because why he has selected garden pea plants? Because the garden pea plant having all the suitable characteristics for conducting experiments. So that he has selected garden pea plants. First what he has, and after selecting he has observed what, 7 different variations in the plant. And after observing 7 different variations in a plant, finally what happened, he started conducting experiment on each and every character. And every time whenever he conducted experiment, he has repeated for other characteristics also. And every time whatever he conducted experiment, he got the result same in all the characters. So how he conducted, what kind of experiment he had conducted? Let us start. The first one what he selected, when plants having one pair of character. Example, tall and a short plant was crossed. See here, every character having 2 traits. For example, when it comes to the matter of height, so there are 2 traits of the contrasting trait. One is what a tall, either one is what a short or dwarf. So like this, so every character having what 2 contrasting traits. So first he has selected what, one character with having 2 contrasting traits. So here Mendel selected pea plants having one pair of character. A tall pea plant and a short pea plant he has selected. So he has selected 2 pea plants. So one is tall and another is what, a short. And he selected pure tall plant and pure short plant or dwarf plant and cross pollinated. So here already we know, already we came to know that whenever to express one particular character, there are 2 factors are responsible. So one is contributed from the male and one contributed from the female. So likewise here also he has selected 2 plants here. He has selected 2 plant. One is pure tall and whereas one is pure short. So having a gametes called capital T and capital, and here pure short having a gametes called small t and small t. And after selecting, so here you can see that this is what short plant and this is what a tall plant. So after selecting, what he did, he crossed between these 2 plants. So when he crossed between these 2 plants, and that is how he crossed by cross pollination. By cross pollination, what he did, he crossed between these 2 plants. And he got, after crossing between these 2 plants, he got all the tall plants. See, they produce what? All tall plants. You just see here, this is tall, this is tall, this is tall, this is tall. And all are tall plants. Next thing what he did, these, and he called these plant as F1 plant. That is what, first generation plants. After first, what he did, next what he did, these F1 generation plants, he left for them for the self-pollination. So they undergo self-pollination. When they undergo self-pollination, they produce water. Again here, he got 2 different plants. One is, he got 3 are tall and one is dwarf plant he got. See, he obtained all tall plants in the first generation. When the first generation plants were left to self-pollination, he obtained all we obtained the tall and dark plants in the ratio of what 3:1 in the second generation. And he called these plants are what second generation plants he called. Okay, so the ratio. So how many tall plants are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is what dark. But what 3:1, which is very important. We need to remember this. The ratio of pure plant is tall. The hybrid tall plant is what 1. The pure tall plant was 1 and was in the ratio of what 1 to 1. So 1:2:1. So how many pure plants are there? 1. And how many hybrid plants are there? That is what 2. And 1 is pure dark plants or sharp plant. How many are there? 1. This is what this 3:1 is called what phenotypic ratio, and 1:2:1 is called what genotypic ratio. You need to remember for exam point of view. The trait that is expressed in the F1 generation is called as dominant trait, and the trait that is suppressed in F1 generation is called a recessive trait. You just observe here. So this is what the pure dark plant and this is what pure tall plant. When they contribute equal amount of gametes during the reproduction, zygote production. So when they are having both common, when they are having one factor which is responsible for tall and one factor is responsible for dark. When they come in both in contact, only one expresses its character. See here one is small t and small t and small. Here there are 2 t's or capital T's are there. Here 2 small t's are there. When they contribute, what happen? One capital T and whereas one small t will contribute. So during what happens here, when they come, 2 different factors come together. So what happens here? Only one will express its character. The one factor which expresses its character, that is called what? The dominant factor. And one will not express its character, that is called a recessive factor. Okay? So this is what monohybrid class also, this is called monohybrid class, are having only one pair of character. Okay? If you go to the next one, you see here. So here once again you just see here. So pure plant, how many gametes are there? Capital T. Here small t and small t, and it contributes what half of them. So there is 1 t in both project. Here also 1 t. So when they come together, what happens is one capital T is there, but small t is there. But its character is what? Tall. But this tall is one character of one parent here. So these become the what parent. So this among here only tall factor expresses its character. So this here capital T is called what? Dominant factor, where T small t it is considered what a recessive factor. So this we will express in a table, and this table what we call checkerboard or Punnett square. You need to remember this, very important. What we have to do here? So here we should draw this and we should write the gametes. One is male gamete and this is female gamete. This is male gamete and male. Now what we have to do? We need to cross T, capital T into capital T, capital T and capital T, capital T into small t, capital T and small t, capital small t and capital T, and again capital T and small t, and here T and small t and small t. You will see here, this is what pure tall plant, this is what pure dark plant. So these are tall plants but the hybrid plants. So how many are the pure tall plants? 1. How many pure dark plants are there? 1. And how many intermediate tall plants are there? 2. So 1:2:1. This is what called a genotypic ratio. Okay? This is what monohybrid cross what we say. So we'll go for next topic, that is what in case if the characters are having, when plants having 2 pairs of characters. We have discussed now 1 pair of character. Now we will discuss about a 2 pair of characters, and we also call what a dihybrid cross. So we discuss now plants having 2 pairs of character. So 2 pairs of character, what is selected? One is shape and color of the seed. Shape of the seed and color of the seed. Next one, he selected plants having round yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds. There are 2 characters. One is what? round. The seed shape is what? Round, and their color is what? Yellow. And one more shape is what? Wrinkled, and their color is what? Green. Next, what it is? Same procedure again. He crossed these two plants. He got what? They are contributed. See here, for round, the factor is what? Capital R and capital. For green, for yellow, what? Small y and small y. Here, for wrinkled, small r and small r. And for yellow, what? Small y and small y. And if you see that they cross between here, what happened? He got what? They are contributing equal amount of factors here. One is capital R, one is small r, one is capital Y, one is what? Small y. So what happens here? These plants which you get in first generation, they all are what? The round and green color, or round and yellow color he got in first generation. Okay, so this is first round and yellow he got in first generation, and later what happened? He left for self pollination, and he got one more kind of plants. What? The ratio 9:3:3:1 ratio of plants he got in a F2 generation. So this you need to remember, 9:3:3:1. This is very, very important for example point of view. This is called phenotypic ratio of F2 generation of dihybrid cross. So if you see in Punnett square how it happens, you will see that. Now this is what Punnett square, or this you need to remember. For example, this is for 4 marks. You need to remember. For example, if you draw this entire list, you will get 4 marks if they ask an examination. What it? First, what you taken? Round and green, and wrinkled and yellow. So this is one plant, and this is one more plant. So the one plant of which the seeds are in round shape and they are in green color, whereas one more plant which is wrinkled shaped seed and yellow color, and these are considered as parents, and they contribute equal amount of gametes. So here there are 2 R's are there, 1 R will come. There are 2 Y's are there, so last 1 Y will come. Whereas 2 small R there, 1 Y, 1 R small R, 2 capital Y's are 1 small Y. And here what? He get what in first generation, what he got? All round yellow seeds, yellow plants we got. Then he left what? Self pollination. Then what we got? So they are the gametes called capital R and capital Y, capital R and small y, small r and capital Y, small r and small y. And again we should write same here, and we should cross these, and finally what we get? So 9:3:3:1 in the ratio of that, he got 16 plants. Among them, 9 are tall round, and 9 are round with green colored, and like this. So there are different 16 plants he got in a F2 generation. So this is you need to remember for exam point of view. Okay. So this is what these are the 2 experiments he has conducted. These are the 2 experiments he has conducted on pea plants by the Gregor Johann Mendel. So next one, that is sex determination in human beings. So who will decide the sex of a baby in human beings? Let me discuss here now. Human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nucleus of the cell. So we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. So 23 means what we call haploid number of chromosomes we are having in our cell. So different animals are having different pairs of chromosomes, but human beings having 23 pairs. Totally 46 chromosomes we are having. Out of these, 2 chromosomes are sex chromosomes. So there are 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. Out of them, 2 pairs are called as sex chromosomes. That is what? X and Y. The female has 2 X chromosomes. So here there are 23 pairs of chromosomes are there, both in male and female, whereas in males, out of 23 pairs of chromosomes, 2 chromosomes they are X and Y. Whereas in females, what happens? That those 2 chromosomes which we call as the sex chromosomes, they are X and X. And the male has X and Y, and and whereas female has X and X. The sperms and eggs have one set of sex chromosomes. The sperms are what? Male reproductive, male sex organ, male gamete, whereas X is what? A female gamete, both having one set of sex chromosomes. Male having X and Y, female having X and X. The sperms and eggs having one set of sex chromosomes. Some sperms have X chromosomes and some have Y chromosomes. Very important. Some sperms having X chromosomes, some sperms having what? Y chromosomes. All X having X chromosomes. Whereas in females, all X are having what? X chromosome. If a sperm having X chromosome fuses with an egg having X chromosome, the child will be a girl. So I already told you, the male sperms, some sperms having the X chromosome, some sperms having what? Y chromosomes. In case X chromosome of sperm, if it fuses with the X chromosome of female egg, what happen? So what happen? The baby will be girl. In case if the sperm having Y chromosome, if it is fuses with the having with the X chromosomes, the child will be what? A boy. So here, this is by this way the sex determination going to takes place. Then who is going to decide here that sex of a baby? That is father, or the males are going to decide what the sex of the child, whether the child should be a boy or a girl. It is decided by the father or the male, because he is having two different chromosomes. That is what X and Y. If X is fused with the X of a female, the baby will be girl. If it is fused with the Y of a male fused with the X of female, then the child will be boy. So here the father decides what the sex of a child. Here we see that. Here the male having X and Y, the female having X and X. So female having common chromosomes, where male having different chromosomes. One is X and one is Y. So some are having X chromosomes and some are having Y chromosomes. That is what called sperm. Some are having X sperm, some are having Y sperm. So this is what this is what egg. If it is X, if it is X and this is Y. If the X is fused with the egg of X, what happens? The baby will be female. If it Y will fuse with the X of female, the baby will be male. So this is how the sex determination takes place in the human beings. Okay. In the next class we discuss more about this chapter. Okay. Thank you.